Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I have a video for you that was strangely requested a lot. I'm going to review Il Makiage, which is a foundation brand. And to be honest, I still didn't know that much about it, even though I've ordered products from them. To be honest with you, I never looked into this brand because I thought it was a scam. Their adverts on Instagram, which is the only place I've really seen them, I always just thought it was some brand using, like, you know, when companies use other people's, like, influencers' videos and pretend it's their product. I thought it was one of them until I saw Soph do a review on this brand. She does an incredible review. I'd highly suggest checking it out for like a second opinion. So that is what we're going to be looking at today. Just before we get into that, if this is your first time here on my channel, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, and it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing. Il Makiage. It's basically a company that sell foundation, concealer, primer, but their claim is that they get the perfect match for you just by doing an online, like, survey, like, quiz thing. The idea is you go on their website, answer a few questions, and then they match you to a foundation and a concealer, etc. So I did exactly that. I went on to the website, answered all the questions as truly and truthfully as I could to my understanding of my own skin and my own skin tone and type. And then at the end of it, they gave me a recommendation for a concealer and a foundation, which I thought was very interesting how they do that. One thing that Soph pointed out on her video is that actually they only make one foundation. So a whole lot of this quiz is very unnecessary when it comes to your skin type, in terms of, are you oily, are you dry, do you moisturize, do you do all this other stuff? It all leads to the same foundation. It's more of a color. So I went back onto the website and I did the quiz again as if I had dry skin, but answered again the skin tone questions as true as I could to my skin tone to see if it came out with the same color. And it actually came out with a different color, different shade, but the same shade concealer. Which I accidentally ordered two of, so I better like it. So let's do this. Let's try one shade one side and one shade the other side. I do have my slight, I'm quite skeptical about this, if I'm honest, because my skin is, although it looks extremely more on the yellow side, under these lights, in real life it's kind of more neutral. So sometimes a yellow foundation may be too yellow for me, and sometimes a pink is too pink. So I need to get somewhere in between. So I'm guessing how these foundations work in particular is that they are all kind of neutral, but have a different level of that neutral. Okay, so let's check it out. I just want to say something, and this is no shade to Il Makiage. It's just something I can't stand, is their, a part of their marketing, like the return slip on the back says, "Thanks for your order, babes." There was just a lot of babes and huns and stuff like that, and that just irritates me. It's like, who, and that's just opinion. It's nothing against the brand or the product, of course. There's another company that does that, Glam Glow. Sexy everything. The sexy mask will make you face sexy, and then there's sexy glow, and oh, it's just too much. So let's get straight into it. I am going to do a full face today, using Il Makiage and then some other products I got that I knew that I just want to try. There'll be a link to everything in the description box below for you. So they do make more than just the concealer and foundation. They do a few other bits. I only chose like the skin products, like the primer and foundation concealer, so just to try the brand first. And this is the No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primer. I really like this packaging. I think that's really, really cute. So the claims of this, excuse me while I look at my phone: soft, smooth texture, minimizes the appearance of pores, fine lines and wrinkles, gives makeup some serious staying power, controls shine without ever drying out the skin, okay, velvety finish. So let's give this a go. It just has a little pump like that. I think I say this a lot in my videos. Primers aren't necessary for everyone. I do think they help if you have a drastic type of skin, drastically dry, drastically oil, drastically porous, you know? So this comes out almost like a clear gel. Oh, I hope it's not one of those silicone ones because I hate those. It feels like it, to be honest. Blurring it does. It does blur. That's very true. That's a true claim. I don't like these kind of primers on oily skin. First up, I know like there are primers like this that claim to be good for oilier skins. especially like large pores, because people with oily skin do tend to have larger pores, but I just feel like it creates this slip for your foundation. But I'll use sparingly and see how I get on. It does feel actually really, really nice on the skin. It does feel super smooth. And it actually, to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like, you know, that weird kind of powdery texture you get from other things. I could actually still feel my skin, and it doesn't feel too slippy. I'll be honest with you, these bits around here are usually really, really dry, and I can still kind of feel how dehydrated they are, but it feels really nice and smooth. I'll give them that one. That's nice. The primer's nice. Actually, that feels really good. I'm actually quite impressed. What I want to do first is use a little bit of concealer under my eye just to see the match to my skin, and then go over with foundation. I don't want to do foundation and then, you know. So this is the... Oh, is that what it's called? Fuck, I'm Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. Again, claims, do excuse me. Let me just look at my phone here. So their website says, this concealer is a long-wearing, lightweight concealer that instantly covers under eye circles, blemishes, dark spots, and hyperpigmentation with an advanced vegan, cruelty-free and oil-free and paraben-free formula. Available in 30 diverse shades for all skin tones, so you look like a face-tuned masterpiece in real life. Medium to full buildable coverage, long lasting, yet it's shockingly lightweight. Okay, like I said, I'll leave a link to everything below so you can check it out. So you can actually see the shade a little bit inside here. Looks kind of promising. Remember that these aren't shades that I've chosen myself. They're ones that have been matched to by a questionnaire. That's a very good match. That's a really good match, actually. Whoa. That's actually perfect. It's spot on. That's crazy. That's mad. So I believe I read there's 30 shades to choose from. So out of all of them, it's actually chosen a really great shade for me. I don't usually apply concealer like this. I usually take a little bit more time blending. Just one thing I would like to note about the texture. Concealer doesn't usually crease this, not crease, but it's kind of sitting in my skin a little tiny bit. I would like maybe it to be a little bit more hydrating for under my eye area. Okay, so under my studio light, looks great. Let's take a look in real lighting. It actually looks kind of yellow, maybe? I'm looking on camera and it looks really yellow, but when I'm looking in my mirror, it actually looks undetectable. It kind of looks pretty flawless. Maybe it's just the monitor screen. I'll see when I edit. Let me know what you think. Yeah, actually, it looks fine. Okay. So in terms of foundation, the original shade I was matched to was 105. And when I did the test again, it was 120. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 105, which is this colour here. I've left a bit of packaging on the lid because it's such an asshole to get off. So I'm just going to fill my skin before, just to fill the primer. And that silicone-y kind of feeling is gone. So that's a good thing for me. Okay. Whew, I'm kind of nervous. No, too yellow. Way too yellow. Instantly, I know that's too yellow. Yeah, no. So this is very, very yellow. Compare it to my skin. See what I mean by yellow is too yellow, even though I look really yellow. If you compare it to this side, you can see there's a bit more of a peachiness to my skin. So yellow. And you know, my lighting kind of neutralizes everything. So actually, let's look at it in real life. That looks extremely, extremely yellow. Look, oh, that's really dark. See, in real life, this is too much. Okay, so we weren't so lucky with the first one. Let's try the second one. I'm assuming 120 is going to be lighter, darker, sorry. I forgot to talk a little bit about foundation. There's 50 shades in this foundation, which I think is a great shade range. Woke up like this foundation smooths and evens the skin with an advanced, innovative formula that instantly minimizes the appearance of shadows and pores, effortlessly enhances the complexion, and generates a flawless, natural matte finish. Okay, this does kind of look a little bit more neutral. I'm going to grab a new brush. Could this be it? Could this be the one? So 120 seems to be more on the lighter side. I actually don't think it's lighter. I think maybe it's just a little bit more neutral, but it definitely seems more fitting than this, right? Let's look at it in real life. You can see my skin tone is quite light compared to these two. This is way too dark this side. This is actually very yellow. So I actually wouldn't say any of those two were successful at all, really. I look extremely yellow, but then I also know people have had quite good success. They do have a returns policy. Wear for a full week to determine if it's perfect for you. I think I'm quite late past the thing, returns thing. I really, really like the feel of this foundation on the skin. I wonder if it'd be worth me going back and looking at the website and picking my own shade rather than taking the quiz, because the foundation feels really, really nice on the skin. Really good, actually, with a primer underneath as well. Feels really nice. And that concealer was a really good match. What I'm gonna do, I sound like I was gonna cry, then I'm not that upset. I'm actually gonna do some makeup right now, and let this sit on my skin for a little while and see how it goes. I'm just gonna do it now. I'm just gonna take some time to do my whole face. Everything I use will be in the description box below for you. So I'm just going to do a really neutral eye with these really cute palettes. Just really neutral, really, really cute. It has some shine in there. And this one has more of that like glittery, like purple, which I think I'm going to use. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of blush. You guys know I love Disney. This is a blush. I can't remember who it's from, but again, I'll put it down in the description box. And there's loads of different characters, the Disney characters you can get. I have all of them. This is a Miss Potts one, and it comes with this little tiny puff inside, which I'm not going to use. But it's just a nice neutral blush, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to take this lipstick from Free CE in the shade Vivacious. I'm just going to add a tiny bit. It's a very natural one anyway. I'm going to add one of my favourite glosses. This is a Glasting water gloss. And then I'm just going to add some of my favourite lashes. These are Ava from Makeup Geek. And then some bottom lashes from Pony Effect. I've used these so they're like floating around in the box. But these are very natural looking, just very fine bottom lashes. Okay, so this is my finished look that I just created. Like I said, I'll leave links to everything below. In terms of foundation, I have to be completely honest. I might not be happy with the shade match. Although, has it changed and settled to the skin? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. But the way it is sitting on my skin, when I'm filming videos, it's very rare that I won't have to powder every like maybe 5 minutes. I am extremely oily. I haven't powdered my face once and I don't feel extremely oily. I feel a little bit shiny, but I don't feel, I forgot to put highlighter on, but I don't feel extremely oily like I would usually. So I would genuinely love to find my shade in this foundation because it is a really, really nice foundation. It has a really nice finish. It's sitting really well on my skin. The concealer's really nice, so I'm going to keep the concealer. I'm happy with that. Actually, I have to keep all of it because I think I'm past the like return dates for it. But if I could find my shade, then I would love it. So here's what I think you should do. Get this foundation and try it if you want to, if you're one of the people that have asked me to try this. I would 100% recommend it. Even a concealer I would recommend also. Try it. If it's not right, send it back because this is a great formula and a great foundation sitting on my skin. So overall, the color match wasn't a success in any way at all. Maybe I can use this one on camera, I think, but this one is just a slight hint too yellow. Let me know what you think below. Let me know if you have this foundation, your success stories, your not so successful stories. Yeah, let me know what you think below in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Look after yourself. What are we doing at the moment? Wear a mask, I guess. We are so close to the end of this thing. Just help each other out. Just come on. Thanks again, everyone. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.